Hello everyone, welcome back to Flame Fed Homestead. My name is Brandon. It's getting to be that time of year again, so we are going to show you how we make a turkey. Let's get started. Now we're going to start the brine. In a large stock pot, I have a gallon of water warming up to a boil. From there, we're going to add salt and brown sugar. We're going to add garlic cloves, peppercorns, rosemary, thyme, and some bay leaves for our aromatics. And then the recipe that we have calls for Montreal steak seasoning. I didn't have any of that, so we're going to try Kinder's Prime Steak Seasoning. We're going to go with that today. So, we're also going to have some onion and some garlic cloves. So we're going to start with slicing the onions. These ones came from the garden, so they're a little on the small side. That's why I have 4 of them. As you can see, we got the water boiling. I forgot to mention apple juice. So as I mentioned before, there's a gallon of water in there. We got 3 cups of apple juice going in. Cup and a half of brown sugar. Gently slide that in. Give that a little. 1 cup of salt. Three tablespoons of black peppercorns. 2 tablespoons of what is not Montreal steak seasoning, but instead Kinder's Prime Steak Seasoning. That's just because that's what I had here. Time for the aromatics. We have some bay leaves. Recipe calls for 5. I got 5. A few sprigs of fresh rosemary. Fresh thyme. I know you're supposed to wash these. I already washed them, so we're good. A little bit more thyme. And the garlic. Give that a stir. We're going to bring that to a boil. And then we'll kill the heat. Alright, we killed the heat. Now we're going to move it over to the briner. For making turkeys, I use the briner. Recipe says to throw some ice in, so a gallon of ice, give or take. Now we're going to put the onions in with the ice. And now I'm going to carefully bring the brine over to the briner without spilling it on the freshly harvested tomatoes. Put the brine in the briner with the ice. I think we're going for a little more ice. Got our turkey out of the package. Got the briner all ready to go. So now, carefully place the turkey in the briner. And away you go. The briner has this nifty attachment to make sure that the turkey stays submerged. Just push that down. Give it a half a twist. And now we're set. You can see we had enough brine in this case, but in the past we have not. So if you need to use or make some extra brine, just doing the water, salt, and apple juice should give you the extra volume that you need. The aromatics and the other pieces that are in there should have enough strength to handle a little more liquid. And with that movie magic, we are in the garage. Time to put it in the fridge. We're gonna brine this bad baby. We're gonna brine that overnight and we'll cook it tomorrow. What's that? Oh! This can just exploded. Something's wrong with the can. I guess I better drink that one. We'll see you in the morning. Okay, turkey's been in the brine for 14 hours. I had to do some math there. We're going to pull it out of the brine. And take some paper towels and pat it dry. Now what I like to do is get some butter under the skin, because some people don't like to eat the skin, and just to get the butter and some seasoning on the meat directly, I'm going to take my happy spoon. We're going to go right between the breast and the skin, and you can just push it up and help separate the skin from the meat all the way around. The skin will help keep the moisture in while it's cooking. Next we'll take some softened butter. Just rip off a piece there, mash it up right under the skin. Turkey's pretty lean, so they have a tendency to dry out. This allows us to have a little bit of extra fat content in there. Next we'll rub down the outside with some butter as well. Now we're going to get some seasoning on the outside. We got our 3-beer garlic herb rub. We're going to go very generous on the seasoning for that. All around the outside. And as I mentioned, we're going to get some of that seasoning all on the inside here. I plan on using all of the rub. So my hands are going to get all over the container here, and that's alright today. One thing I forgot to mention, add a little bit of liquid to the pan. I put about a cup of apple juice in the bottom, and then we're going to add 2 sticks of butter that we're going to be able to use for basting as the cook happens. Now we can move it out to the grill. Time to get this bird carved up. I like to start by removing the legs and thighs. And then I'll usually work on removing the breast. Find the midline and start working your way down in there. And you can just start peeling the breast away as one whole chunk as much as possible. Wonderful. Good smoke ring, juicy. We might have to take the chef sample. Just the right amount of seasoning, juicy and tender. That's fantastic. We'll get this plated up and take some pictures. Well, that wraps up the turkey cook. Wife said it was the best turkey she's ever had. Hopefully she's not lying on that. I thought it was delicious. It was juicy. The seasoning had a little bit of a sweetness to it that I wasn't expecting, which I thought it was good. Wife wasn't a huge fan, so we'll probably choose a different seasoning next time. Thank you for watching. Like, leave a comment, tell us what you want to see. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.